I'm losing a lot of weight. Um,
Why?
well, I was overweight.
How?
Oh, it's actually super simple. You just have to eat a plant-based diet. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
just
not going to happen.
so all I eat is fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and beans, and that's all you need.
Are you doing like a vegan thing or is this
It's just a
like,
whole plant food-based diet, so processed food is completely gone. So like I don't eat at restaurants. I don't eat anything with added salt, sugar, fat, or oil. And once you do that, you're just gonna lose weight like crazy. And then you eat a lot of plants. That's how humans evolved.
ugh. I eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but I like my,
Yeah, well,
I'm a
there's a
meat and
reason you
potatoes
like
kind
it.
of guy.
There's a reason you like it because we have evolved to desire things with added sugar and fat because that was back in the day. That was how you survived. You would grab a fish or something because there's a lot of good fat on there. Because we were more lean if you go back, hundreds of thousands of years or millions of years. If you managed to get meat, that was like a luxury item. The problem is our bodies are not supposed to eat meat all the time. So if you keep eating meat all the time, it screws up your intestines and the chemical balances at a like a
So you're not
biochemical
opposed
level.
to eating meat. You just think that eating lots of it is not healthy for you.
Yeah, the human body isn't designed for it, and that's why the Western diets have led to all this obesity epidemics and all of these problems. If you look at societies that are plant-based, like Japan, Africa, there's societies in China, they don't have they don't have our problems. Like they had a group in Kenya where they like exhumed bodies and figured out what they died from, and 1 out of 1,000 died from heart disease. Like these are medical studies. This isn't like an opinion.
Mhm.
This is somebody that's gathered up all the medical studies over time, and they've discovered that it's processed food that's killing us. So it actually leads to hyper
Yeah.
depression, and so eating at restaurants, eating all those snacks, uh, even cereal, unless it's like unprocessed oatmeal or something. A lot of cereal isn't great for you because all the good stuff was stripped out. They
Mhm.
don't teach you that in school.
No,
Now
there's a lot.
the trick to all of this is that there's no
Mm.
money in people eating more plants. There's a lot more money in selling meat and cheese products. I mean, stop and think about
Meat
it.
and cheese products.
There's a ton of money in it. There's a ton of money in selling people processed food, with meat and cheese being like on top, and then you have fast food, and then you have like snacks, and it's very addicting too, especially sugar.
Mhm. Yeah, my wife hasn't done sugar for years.
So now when I eat fruit, it's super sweet. Like when I stop drinking soda, if I eat a piece of fruit, I think it's insanely sweet. Like I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
I
this
love
is
fruit.
all right.
What would you say your favorite fruit is?
Uh, my favorite is probably any berry, maybe blackberries.
Berries.
Yeah,
I am insane about blueberries.
I eat them.
Like I if you put blueberries in something, I instantly love it. Like my wife makes this blueberry baked oatmeal that we're gonna be having Sunday, and I'm super excited about it because I love blueberries. So whenever I make a hot cereal, I always add blueberries to it, and like if she's making pancakes. Oh, did you go bye bye?
Yeah, I'm just sharing my
Oh, shit.
screen. I'm just
Oh
sharing
yeah.
my
So
screen.
yeah, pancakes. They gotta have the blueberries in. Hun, where's the blueberries? You didn't defrost them. I don't have
But
them.
by the way, after I
Okay.
changed my diet, like all of my medical problems went away, and my
What
depression
medical
was.
problems did you
Well,
have?
I remember I went to the emergency room like a couple times because I had intestinal pain that we couldn't
Oh
quite.
my. No, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't tell you that. Yeah, and then
No.
yeah, and then I had a colonoscopy a week ago, and there's nothing wrong with my colon, thankfully. But all of my
What,
medical issues went away.
a colonoscopy, like you had a scope go up your butt kind of thing?
Yeah.
How old are you, Richard?
I'm 33.
You are not.
I'm 33.
You're 33.
I'm 33.
Why did you have a colonoscopy? Because I'm
Because I
I'm
went
like
to the
48 and I
emergency
haven't had
room.
one of
I
those.
went to the emergency room and I
Oh, and
had
you
an
had that intestinal thing, so you wanted to see what's
well,
up.
I had an inflamed, a minorly inflamed colon, and they wanted to make sure there was nothing wrong with it. It turns out I was allergic to dairy. So
Allergic to dairy, like glucose or
just
what was it called?
it's just any
Lactose
dairy.
intolerant.
Yeah, any dairy.
Hmm.
It was so severe. Now keep in mind I've eaten dairy my entire life, but apparently it just got bad enough that I had problems. And once I went to whole plant based, my lower back pain went away, my acne went away, my depression went away. I have more energy,
Hmm.
and I'm losing weight like crazy.
Were you? And you said you were overweight before
Yeah, if you go to February
because your
last,
picture doesn't look like you're an overweight
that's
guy.
years ago. If you go to February last year, I was obese.
Wow.
Now my BMI is under 25, and I'm continuing to lose weight.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
It's that simple.
Um,
You don't have to
do
be.
you know my big news?
But oh yeah, you have your kid.
I'm gonna be having a baby in end of October, beginning of November,
I
and it's
know
just one.
I know
So
families that have like 23 kids.
really,
It's much more.
that's awesome.
It's under. It's more like Orthodox, like really Orthodox Jewish groups that do it
Oh,
because they don't really believe in birth control. So what?
yeah,
What do you think
we don't
happens?
really subscribe. We don't really subscribe to birth control either, obviously. So yeah, we've been blessed.
So you think you have a lot of kids, and I'm just kind of like, you got a long way to go. Yeah, I'm serious. There's a lot of Orthodox Jewish families, 23 kids. Now they're often
That's
like
great.
they can afford to have 23 kids. That's most yeah, most households cannot afford to have 23 kids.
Well, we're doing just fine. So actually, we're going to be taking our first family trip this year into Texas. So we're looking forward to that. One of my nephews is graduating, and we decided to make a big family trip out of it.
I'm going to Colorado to see my brother to go hiking.
Cool. Go hiking? Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, he's a veteran, or he was, well, actually he didn't do combat. Do you call them veterans? What do you call them if they were in the
Yeah,
military?
they served.
He was
Yeah.
he was in the Air Force. He did contract stuff, but he's out of it now, and he got lifetime pass to national parks for free for the rest of his life. So
Nice.
he literally is like 45 minutes from Rocky Mountain National Park. So we're gonna go camping and
Have
stuff.
you ever gone rock climbing? Will you be doing rock climbing, or is it just hiking?
Just hiking and camping.
Very cool.
I'm taking my son
Okay.
with me. All right.
I got about a half hour, so let's a little over a half hour.
Yeah. So
Here,
I've been doing.
I'm gonna load. I'm gonna start recording. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, my peeps! It is Goose Man coming back at you with a fun little deep dive with Richard. He's gonna go over his core that he plans on taking into 42-43 West, which is very important decisions you need to make. What do you bring and why? So take it away, Richard.
Well, I don't know. I'm actually very conflicted about this. I've been doing research on units. So there's this. Can you see this?
Barely.
The Slytherin thing. I'm on.
How do I make it bigger? Wait, I think pop out full screen.
Yeah, do full screen.
There we go. Yeah, now I can.
So the thing is, okay, there's going to be at most 38 units, core units that you'll deploy at any point. I think it's at Berlin. And you're going to be bringing 9 with you. But there's a bunch of stuff that you can pick up for free. Right? So deciding like what to pick up. So let's imagine we wanted, I don't know, 10 artillery pieces on top of let's say we have 9 core units we bring. One of those is artillery. Let's say 9 more artillery. So you're up to 18 core units. And then let's say I wanted to bring 3 level bombers. That puts me up to 21 core units. But then I run into a problem because, hang on, in West we're gonna get some conscripts. Maybe we don't keep them, but we get a Crotchetson, which I think we should keep, and then a recon unit, which I think we should keep at Hardalot or Hardalo.
Why?
I mean, recon might be useful. Maybe I dump the recon. I don't know.
They give you three
keep
different
one.
recons.
Keep one, right?
I've kept them, but I haven't. I've only sold off. I think. See, I kept the KV-1B, the KV-1C to help round out my tank force. It's probably a little heavy, but and I really like the conscripts because they're super cheap and they're super quick at gaining experience.
So but here's where the problem comes in. So we're gonna have 9 artillery we eventually buy, plus the 9 that we start with. That's 18. So if we keep both conscripts, that puts us at 20. If we keep the Crotchetson, 21. Keep 1 scout, 22. This is not us buying, this is just keeping. And then we would keep both FWs, that puts us at 24. Then we're gonna keep 1 anti-tank, presumably, so 25. Plus the flag.
Oh, you keep the packs?
You can keep the martyr. Or maybe you keep a pack. That might be better. That might actually be better because you're defending all
I think I bought a Stug.
Yeah, well,
I'll just sell.
I think I'll get into the anti-tank stuff, but you'll see there's a problem. So 22, 24 with these. Maybe we keep an anti-tank. 25. Is that right? And then you have a flak gun we get at Syracuse. We should keep. That's 26. Plus these 2 planes. That's 28. Plus an anti-air unit we might want to keep. That's 29. And then we get these 2 guys, Ludwig and Eagle. That's 31. Plus, ignore that. Oh, we get a Jagdfighter. That's 32.
Ooh, look at that Sherman. I don't think I've ever gotten that.
And let's see. Oh, we get 2 more. We get 3 more planes, right? So that's 35. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So there's like 35 units, right? So that leaves me room to buy my 3 level bombers. Okay. So what I'm envisioning is I'd buy 3 level bombers eventually, plus 9 more artillery pieces, or 8 more artillery pieces, or maybe 9 more artillery pieces. And then that would be
what are you gonna use for your strat bombers?
Probably the cheapest ones. Like let me load
the Dornier.
Because now that I think about it, okay, there's lots of things I'm thinking about. This is super complicated. The Grand Campaign West breaks my head because you want expensive stuff, but it really kills you on soft cap. Like the thing about Grand Campaign West is that you are gonna get smacked in the nuts with the soft cap, and there's like nothing you can do about it.
Well, there's certain tricks you can do.
Well, really, I don't know.
Buying the cheapest Dornier, and using them to,
So like my initial thoughts
using them in the role.
What was my initial thought? My initial thought was I will upgrade Wernsberger to Crotchetson. That was brilliant. I think that does work out pretty well, right? And then we'll keep one of.
You do like that?
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot.
Why do you think that is brilliant? I mean, what is it about that
it supports his high initiative? You get spotting, and it means that you don't need transports. So
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. The other thing I really liked about it on this battle specifically was its ability to maneuver where it's needed.
Correct. I think that's going to be very much more useful than Wernsberger as a mountain unit. So I agree with that. We need to keep 1 artillery piece.
Which artillery piece is that?
That's just a rocket.
Show me the stats behind it.
Oh, I didn't look. 482. Probably the one with the fewest kills because you're gonna get Yeah, he has the fewest kills, so he has
Why
movement plus one.
why would you?
Well, because you're gonna get him a lot of kills. Like he's gonna get 2,000 kills. Like it's not even gonna be hard for rocket artillery to get
It
2,000.
will be on. Okay, so ultimate difficulty, you're bringing your best because you're gonna lose them all. So why wouldn't you bring the one with the most kills?
Because I don't know. I mean, I could. Is it huge difference 482, 514, and 523? I could bring. I
Yeah,
guess it doesn't
you have the
matter. We're
523.
quibbling over very little. That's
Why
not
are you
that.
not over strengthening them to the
Oh,
max?
I'm gonna get into that. Watch. Actually, I will let him stay that way. Watch this trick. Uh, See how I didn't overstrengthen Wernsberger, and then I'm gonna take
Right.
Oladier, and then I'm gonna do this.
Why the regular move?
And then I'm gonna upgrade him back to Pioneer, and then I can do this. So, I think soft cap is one of the most crazy things about Ultimate Mode West. It is devastating. Wouldn't you agree? Like how quickly you will get crushed on soft cap because you get those extra units.
Yes, but again, I think there's ways to minimize the effect of that.
Yes, but even when you did it, you got hammered. So, what I'm going to do is get rid of overstrength. Like I can stick these guys wherever, and I can upgrade my
That
tanks.
only has two stars.
Yeah, he didn't get to 3.
Huh.
But then I can do stuff like this and get rid of the overstrength.
I don't believe you're doing this. Wow.
Well, I think it's the. So here's the thing: soft cap isn't that big of a problem on the first map, but it's a major problem after, like, because you start getting those units, and those units are murdering you on soft cap, right? So this is. I don't know if I'll do this, but this is a trick you could do. I just upgrade, and then I bring them back. Since I have so much prestige, it doesn't matter. And these guys.
Well, you're gonna lose it, so.
So these guys, whatever, they can be like that. Then where
Be
am
the
I?
max.
I need to bring Bear. I can't imagine not bringing him.
Right.
And the other thing is, we could upgrade Oladier, or not Oladier, Rudel, and then make him not have overstrength. He's pretty powerful without overstrength. And then we need.
I know, but it's just wow.
And then we could bring an 88 gun. And then what am I missing? That's it.
That's what you're gonna bring.
Something like this. Now I have. Well, I'm discussing. I don't know. So here's the deal. I wasn't thinking I was gonna bring a non-hero tank, but the problem is my particular tank, this one, has defense +6. And I think defense heroes are massive in Grand Campaign West. I think they're more important in Grand Campaign West than in East, because later, you haven't seen it yet. You're still in what I call the cushy zone, but later you're gonna have artillery in your face, and they will attack you. So, like, look at my grenadiers. They have defense +3. One thing I was considering was not bringing a tank like this one, and then maybe upgrading a paratrooper to a pioneer that has defense +3. But I don't have a lot of faith in doing that. I think the tank will be more reliable. So the defense +6 is super tempting, but what if I have a defense +3?
You saw that I upgraded my Heinz Rondorf and Albert Kirscher to Floms. You did not like that?
I think it's not going to work later. You're going to run into issues with the armor and the artillery. Like, I need armor, right? But one thing I could do is I've got defense +3. I could just upgrade this to a Stug instead of bringing a tank.
Mm.
What do you think of that? It's also 3 stars.
Are you Do you think it's possible to beat this map? To beat Saint Nazaire?
Is it decisive? No, because there's this submarine over here that I can't kill fast enough. So what triggers the spawning?
If you brought a level
It
bomber,
doesn't matter.
you could just
You can't kill it fast enough because it's hiding out here, and then it comes in, and then the second it spots these are empty, that's when the paratroopers spawn.
Oh, I didn't even. You read that in the parameters? That's a trigger or something?
Yep. And Rudel doesn't help. He can't kill it fast enough.
Because it's like 20 strength or something?
It's ridiculous, yeah. And you don't have that much time. You can't even like attack it turn 1. Maybe if you could attack it turn 1, you could do something.
And saves coming.
But you can't. So because of that, you can't get it decisive. What you can do is rush over here and just kill things, right? So as long as you save one boat.
Yeah, getting a marginal is not too difficult. Can you show me your level bombers?
Yeah. This is my first one.
Oh, golly. None of them have a hero?
No, not yet, but I'm working on it. 156.
Yeah, well, it's not going to matter. You're not going to bring any of these to the west, are you?
No, they're going to kill you on soft cap. So my thinking is, Dieppe is a great map for level bombers. Why don't I buy 3 of the cheapest Donyes? So my soft cap is probably getting helped. Because aren't those...
They're like cheap.
They're 226, so what would I bring instead? A tactical? What would I bring if I wasn't bringing a level... Artillery? I mean... It's more expensive, actually. Compared to, Yeah, that Dieppe is, you blow me away with that map. Didn't you bring level bombers? I don't know.
To Dieppe? Yeah.
Did you bring 3 of them?
Yeah, I brought 3.
Mm.
I thought, or 2 at least.
Because it's a perfect map for level bombers, and because these guys are so cheap, they should get experience pretty quickly. I would think.
Well, I don't think I brought those. I think I upgraded it to the 217 so it could do more damage by that point.
Well, I'm thinking about soft cap.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is that look, if you look at you see the naval kill is 5 versus 11. That's a big dip.
And the Heinkel is 5 and the Junker is 6. Well, I mean, I'm still thinking about soft cap because aren't there? I believe at scenarios after that, there's issues with. Oh, we get the FWs that map. See, the FWs murder you on the soft cap. Those things are terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe
those and the packs and the packs they give you are in the expensive half tracks.
So actually, because of that, there's nothing I can do. I might just get these. Like, there's nothing you can do about the soft cap on that map.
The thing you can do is let yourself take damage on some of the units you're not planning on keeping.
Yeah,
and so that brings down the soft cap.
Like the FWs. Because they're the most.
No, the FWs. I try to avoid taking damage on them because I try to keep them, and I needed to use them in Syracuse.
Yeah. I mean, never mind. We don't want them to be damaged, actually. So anyway,
because they start out at 12.
So as you saw, there's 38 core slots. So 38 core slots. So one thing I could do, the anti-tank is tricky, right? Like, it's difficult to bring up anti-tank, but what if I brought an anti-tank?
Very.
So what if I brought an anti-tank and then...
That could be a game changer.
And then do I want a second... Am I justified in going for a second anti-tank and keeping one, or is that too much?
Explain what you're thinking.
Well, you get the packs, right?
Yeah, don't keep those. Those are expensive.
Well, you could get rid of the trucks. Yeah, I guess you could sell it. Yeah, you could sell it and buy your own pack if you wanted. Or do I keep the Martyr and upgrade it? Or do I keep... Like, the Martyr's too weak. Do I accept that I have... So, the big decision is, do I accept that I have one anti-tank the entire campaign until the Jagdtiger?
I just bought a Stug, and so I used it on Oh, what's the one right after Dieppe? Garand?
Yeah, but I don't like that. They're so pathetic with no stars.
I
So like,
I know, but
so how many
it's
anti-tanks do you
fine.
think you're gonna need?
I guess I haven't really thought about it. I haven't planned it out as much as you have. I kind of take each map as is, and I look at what
That
I have, and that's why I don't sell stuff off as like maybe I'll use it.
well, the problem is I don't think ultimate mode is very forgiving. Like,
Oh no,
so
obviously.
like if you go into this willy nilly without planning the core out, so the question is, do you think an anti tank is more valuable than having a defense plus six tank? So how much is the tank worth? It's worth 412. See, there's something to consider. The Stug is worth 299.
Yeah,
It has a defense plus three
yeah.
hero. So it has a defense plus three hero. So it's pretty good. So if I look at the
Show me the stats on it, like how many kills it has.
443,
Yeah. How many does the D6 have?
it has 652.
Yeah.
So look at his ground defense. His ground defense.
Who would you leave behind? Heinz Rondorf?
No, I'll keep Rondorf. Unless I leave Rondorf. I could leave Rondorf behind because he's only 2 stars. Do you think a defense plus 6 tank is worth more than all of the bonuses on Rondorf?
God.
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we are like the thing is you're defending most of the time, right?
Right.
And there's going to be artillery
Right.
coming in. Like Rondorf.
That's why I liked him as the Flams, is because you could use them as mobile pioneer.
Keep in mind, I have 2 less SE tanks.
Come again?
I have 2 less SE tanks. I need armor. I have these 2 guys plus Kesha. Actually, now that I think about it, why don't I bring the defense plus 6? Because there's a lot of defensive maneuvering in West, and this might be enough to deter an attack as a Tiger. Because some of these tanks are really aggressive later. Like
Wolverines, they're Wolverines, and Syracuse pissed me off.
So you had Tigers, right? Did you have a Tiger at Syracuse? What? Do you have Tigers at Syracuse?
No, no, I didn't do that.
Oh, you did?
I played without Tigers.
Oh, that's your problem. Don't you get Tigers at that?
Well, you can, but I don't have money for that. I still have them overstrength.
This is why I think soft cap is an important issue. So take the overstrength off of most of everything. And then I could bring a Stug. This is a good idea. I have a defense plus 3 Stug. Look at his ground defense. It's 14 plus he has defense plus 3 plus these 3 stars. So he's got 20 ground defense compared to Kesha, who has 12 plus 3 is 15. Kesha has 15 ground defense. This guy has 19 ground defense. That's a lot, right?
Because yeah. What's your plans for artillery purchases? Like, what do you plan on fielding? You said 8 or 9 artillery. What are they going to be made up of?
Well, soft cap is a problem, right? So I don't know if I can afford to get more than these guys. I mean, how much does this cost? 224? 274 versus 242? Maybe not significantly different. Maybe one more of these.
Are you keeping your Nebelwerfer as a 15 or as a 21?
15 to help on soft cap. And I also like the more ammo.
You're crazy.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think you're... So you talked about how you got to Syracuse and you can't afford Tigers. I'm trying to help fix that problem. Because if you have Tigers at Syracuse, how much does it cost? 700? And I'll have one...
Yeah.
Okay, so I would need 3,000 prestige by Syracuse, right?
And I could have upgraded, but again, I have them overstrength, and I don't want to upgrade them until I lose my overstrength. So I did. I'll let you know. I did one of the tanks as a Panther,
I don't think
and the
the
reason why
Panther
I
is
wanted
good
a
enough.
Panther is I wanted extra movement.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, both tanks have movement +1.
Nice.
So
Are
there's
they? Are one is a 4 and one is a 3?
oh, actually that should be upgraded. And then over strengthened. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Good
So
thing you caught that.
so you want the movement, but both of my SE tanks have movement +1.
No, no. I think I put it on a unit that has movement. I wanted even more movement.
Oh, really? For defensive battles?
Well, I'm more aggressive.
Because I think
I
Tigers.
didn't.
What's the ground defense of a Panther again?
I don't remember.
Because I think a Tiger has
It
higher ground defense.
it does. It's a better tank overall. The Tiger is, but I wanted to move and kick some butt.
On
I
that
wanted
map,
to take
that's like
stuff back and
that,
get
that's like the last map that you want to move and kick butt. I don't know how you can move and kick butt on that map. The Air Force, there's like
at
20 planes.
Syracuse.
Yeah, there's like 20 planes. How do you deal with 20 planes? Your armor will get destroyed.
Well, I'll let you know this. My auxiliary plane got destroyed. Oops.
So this is part of the reason why I want to wait because I'm very. So you're bringing like 2 flam tanks to that map too. Like I don't understand how you can do that.
I'm very creative.
So I feel like I need the armor. How much does a flam tank even cost? Are you getting like a lot of soft cap protection there?
No, this I think it's 350. Yeah.
So compared to my 412, not much. But you overstrengthen, so I'm actually probably coming out ahead because if I remove the overstrength.
Yeah, no, I beefed him up as much as I could on the first one because I have the cash.
So as you can see, only core slot, only bear, and only the 88 gun and the artillery kept some overstrength.
See, I brought 2 fighters. I wanted 2 uber strength.
Did you not bring a brutal? Or no, you didn't bring an anti-tank.
No, I didn't bring an anti tank, and I didn't bring. I brought the same infantry. I brought a movement 88. I brought a Nebelwerfer. I brought Kesher and Rondorf, and I brought Rudel and Bar, and I think it was a +3 defense
I do
fighter.
have one of those.
I had it with 4 stars.
So here's the problem: if I bring that
Oh
fighter,
no, it didn't have 4 stars. It has 4 stars now. Because 375 is the experience cap.
so if I bring a second fighter, what would I give up?
Oh, either the Stug or the +6 defense tank.
But I
wouldn't give up the 88.
Yeah, so there's this weird issue where I'm just as scared of the air as I am of the ground. I think I'm more scared of the ground than you are, but I think you haven't. You're at Syracuse. You should be definitely scared of the ground because you can't like set up a defensive perimeter because you can't get you can't protect your units, right? Because they attack your fighters. So when I did it, bear with +3 overstrength was attacked straight up.
Where? In Syracuse?
Yes, at Syracuse, it was attacked straight up.
Oh, that didn't happen for me.
So like
I set up pretty good traps though.
So the issue I run into starting at Syracuse, sometimes they just attack your planes, and it like you can't show your fighters. So how do you defend anything? And so
you use their ships against them. They think they see a vulnerable Italian unit, and then they come barreling across the sky to it, and you have a trap set up.
Well, the other issue, maybe it's because you got a second fighter, the FWs don't get experience fast enough to be threatening.
Not especially.
But you have to have them as FWs because they have the high initiative. How do you
You should
handicap
really
them?
check out Huxley's. Isn't it Huxley on the Slytherin forum? His playthrough of West on Ultimate.
He's doing it on
He shot
Ultimate?
me up. Yeah,
Can he like do a video of that? Does he have a YouTube channel?
no, he did it. He does a very deep dive on the forum. Like he does like graphics and the whole thing, explaining.
How far has he
Um,
gotten?
I think he might have beaten it.
All of it?
I think, yeah. I think he might have finished 45,
Did he
or
get
at
a
least he's gotten to Bastogne.
did he get a decisive victory at like well not every map obviously, but
No idea. I think he finished the whole thing.
no, he
Yeah,
didn't get a decisive victory at
you have
every
to get a
map.
decisive. You have
Well,
to get a
yeah,
decisive after Bastogne on every map after that.
he has a whole forum. Can you link
And
that in my Discord in the Discord?
yeah, or the Discord. I don't know about doing it in Discord, but I can add it to this. I'll add a link to the when I upload this to YouTube.
So, what was his core composition when he was here?
Well, I have to go back and look. I know that with his Syracuse playthrough, he too exited before the time ran out, and I asked him why he did that, and he said for the same reason you did, is that because I didn't want to get my butt kicked.
Yeah,
I don't want to take unnecessary damage.
I'm so confused about your approach on that map. I don't see how you can be aggressive on that map on any level
Oh,
because
you'll see.
like I don't see how you can set up a defensive perimeter and protect the tanks. And if you don't have defense heroes on your tanks, they're going to get attacked anyway. Unless you have tigers.
No, if what you got to do is you got to isolate the Wolverines and make them not want to attack you because you've already damaged them, or they're isolated so they can only attack one of your units.
Well, don't they go
So
back to
that's
the
what I
airfield
did.
and get replacements though?
You say what?
Don't they
What
go
do you
back?
mean?
Don't the Wolverines? Oh, you're talking about yeah, the Wolverines. Those are the planes, right? Or no, those are tanks.
No, the Wolverines are those
Wait,
anti-tank sons of.
well, don't they just get replacements? How does that help?
Well, because if you bomb them with Rudel, they just get replacements, and then you bomb them again, and then you attack them,
You're doing
and
the
they're
double
done.
Stuka. But aren't there?
Yeah,
How
well, I
would
only
you?
have Rudel.
But don't they? But don't they have more than one Wolverine? You can't cover the whole battlefield.
They have two,
They have two. Okay.
right? You have to like I said, you have to isolate
Well, how do you
one
deal with
and
the Air
let the
Force?
only one.
How do you deal with the Air Force though? That's actually a bigger problem
I'll let you see it.
because the FWs are not intimidating, and I've had Bear attacked by their planes before.
I did not get Bear attack, but he had 4 stars.
Maybe that was
He
why
had 4 stars,
he wasn't.
and my defense +3 had 4 stars after that map.
That might be why, because I don't think Bear was 4 stars.
Yeah, they're devastating. My little BF 109s.
So that
I don't even have them in FWs yet.
So that's the thing. That's where I get stuck. It would be nice to have an anti-tank, but it would also be nice to not get crushed in the air. Right?
Let me see your +3 defense one again.
618 kills.
618. See, that's a good one. That's a good one, because he's getting close to second hero. And my second hero for him was initiative, so he ends up. I know. I don't know if he is. I know he's that way in East. He's got defense and initiative, and he's devastating.
And how
in
many
the
tanks?
East.
Do you have 4 SE tanks and that's it?
Yep. And I know on Kershaw and Rondorf.
But aren't they flam tanks?
Yeah.
Well, I think my SE will perform fine as substitute for flam. Like these guys are really strong. So That's the thing, Syracuse. I'm really worried about that. I could bring this guy and get rid of my defense +6. Actually, I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Kesha worth more than the defense +6?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You don't give up, Kersher.
is it?
He
Is
just he's got spotting, and that spotting
yeah,
helps so much.
yeah. You're right about that. Okay, so maybe this is more ideal. So I keep an anti-tank. I mean, the ground defense on the anti-tank is insane because it's 20. It's like a KV-1C.
Hmm.
And if you think
And
about
then
it,
it's got 3 stars, so it's really attacking with. Uh, you say it's 3 stars, so it would be 19 attack hard.
uh, oh, whoops,
I'll go to
it's
it. It's 13
oh,
plus 6, so it's attacking at 19 for against hard objects.
why is it +6? Does it get +2
Every
Oh
star.
my
Yep.
god!
But it
Holy
doesn't
gosh!
get anything for soft.
Okay, that
So
makes
you
sense.
never improve. That's why anti-tanks are ideal for setting up traps, because infantry always see them as vulnerable against their attacks, and you can back them up with artillery and they can usually take it. But they're devastating against
So this is crazy to me.
hard units.
So like four armored units. That's all I would bring. Is that enough?
I don't know.
So that's the
It's
thing.
it's tough.
I don't want to play because I want to see what you do. Like you have Syracuse, but it doesn't get any easier because you have that crazy map after where there's these crazy strong planes that are bombing the hell out of you. Right? There's the what are they called? There's planes that are just have like really high initiative, and their planes are legitimately better than your planes. Um, there's a plane that they
They're
have.
fighters.
Yeah, they're fighters. They're just legitimately better than the German fighters.
The P-47s.
I don't remember what they're called. Is there like a Thunderbolt too? Like the Thunderbolts are really nasty too.
Well, I checked, and I was thinking I would just do, one of the Etnas, but both maps are exceedingly different.
Oh,
So I really want to do both of them.
you should do both of them. I'm
I
curious.
want to.
I'm curious which one is easier because that's all I'm interested in is which one can I survive without getting my nuts crushed. um,
Yeah, I've seen people, I think, play the Etna North one only. So I don't think there's too many Etna Souths on YouTube. So I definitely want to
so
do that
did
one.
Huck think ultimate mode was like? Did he breeze? He must have breezed through it. How in the hell did he breeze through it? He's making me look bad because I like am utterly baffled by a lot of these maps. To be fair, you outshone me on every map because like Dieppe was insane. I've never seen it. That was I don't even think Soren could have thought of that. That was crazy.
With the decisive on that one?
Well, it wasn't just a decisive; it was domination.
Not quite. I don't consider it domination. It was, in fact, I played the last day offline. Like what I posted, I played offline because I knew I could have fought the last day a lot smarter, a lot, less damage, and it was much better. So it can be improved upon.
So, yeah, I was really impressed. Like that was way more than I thought was possible because the Air Force is so strong on that map
Yeah.
because your FWs suck. The field marshals
It,
stats.
they, if you're not setting up traps, they'll get attacked, and that's the key, is to set them up in such a way that they think they're attacking something else, and they get shellacked.
Yeah, because I just wasn't very good at the traps on the air. You have to be top of the line with air traps, Wes. Like you can make
And
them
so
work.
that's why thinking about Dieppe, I would definitely bring tube fighters.
Yep. So it's not just Dieppe. I think there's other scenarios where you want the second fighter. Like
Right.
even at Syracuse, and then what's the one after Syracuse? The evacuation. You're
I
gonna
guess
want
Etna.
Etna, right? You want to do four fighters for that map. You need four fighters because there's a lot of planes. like a lot of planes just constantly harassing you.
I
And
see. I see you helped out. I'm gonna have to get going here pretty quick, but I see you helping out Elver King. I'm Pathetic Gamer. He goes by Pathetic Gamer. He used to be on before as Elver King. I've been following this guy for a long time. He always gets to 45 and he rage quits. It's funny. I
his
love him. He
his
is a very funny
his
guy.
YouTube
Watching
is
him.
his YouTube is very young though. It only came on in March.
Correct.
Oh,
It like I said, he was from years ago. He was one of the first YouTubers that I saw playing this game. He played through the whole scenario to. I followed him to like 43, and then I wasn't that far in the game myself, so I didn't want to spoil it for myself. So I stopped watching him. But then all of a sudden, his channel went away. I'm like, what happened?
he deleted it
And then
probably.
so I played. I kept playing the game and got there myself. And then I saw he started posting as a different YouTuber called Elver King, and I wasn't on YouTube at that point, so I wasn't able to comment or anything. But I liked watching his videos. I like his cadence. I like the way he asks for things and then gets so super pissed when there's a rugged defense. It's a 4% chance. The 4% chance.
Yeah, I had to post a
How do I
comment.
get rugged defense with a 4% chance?
So, so I posted a comment on his Lods video about explaining what's going on there. 'Cause
He's great. He's great. And then so he asks, you say you killed 5. You killed 6. Thank you. I love his cadence. That's what is so great.
He's
Like,
playing on limited dice though too. I mean, it's like a lot more
right.
controlled. Like,
Yeah. So he did that because he wants to keep his blood pressure down, and he doesn't want to rage quit when he gets to 45, because that's what happened when he was Elver King. He had like 200 subscribers or something like that. He gets to 45 and he just gets super pissed because he gets rugged defense
wow,
all the time.
I didn't know he'd been playing for so long, and he didn't know about
Yeah.
the stuff that we've been doing. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I helped him connect to Soren, who's also in Denmark.
Danish.
Yeah. Well, Denmark. Yeah. Mhm.
That's cool. I honestly find it weird that I'm commenting on a veteran's videos because I was assuming like he didn't have that much experience, but apparently he has a lot of experience.
No, he admits himself that his understanding of the game is limited compared to us.
Apparently, my understanding of the game is a joke because this Huck character is able to trash ultimate mode. This guy should start a YouTube channel. Like, what is he doing? At minimum, he could just put up a replay.
Well, I have his replays.
All of them?
I think quite a few. Mm-hmm.
Why can't you put it up on your channel then? I gotta see what I'm doing wrong because I am utterly baffled by Campaign West. Because it feels like
It's fun. It's fun. I don't think he got decisive on Saint Nazaire. I think I don't.
you can't
I
do it.
watched some of his replays. I'm not a big fan of watching replays, obviously.
Well, I do it on ultimate mode just because if you
I know.
don't, you have it covered, the live play. You're reloading all the time.
Right.
It's just like it's the only person I could think that could maybe do it on a really good day is Soren. He might have the memory capacity and the CPU capacity to somehow do a live play on ultimate mode. But the amount of work,
without needing restarts and stuff.
like the amount of work though, you know how it takes him a couple of weeks sometimes to put a video out? It might take him a month.
Yeah.
To get to the point where he could do a live play, and he would have to fix the weather. The other thing is you have to fix the weather because
Or do what I do with the save scum and
yeah, but no, that's the thing though. I mean, it's I don't know how many viewers like that.
Yeah, I would like to play like Pathetic Gamer plays, where he just plays and he accepts what he gets, and
The problem
how
with
Bricata
ultimate
kind of
mode
plays.
is like if you get a bad weather turn, you're ruined in many
Right.
circumstances. I mean,
Especially
just-
2 in a row, and you get mud, you're
it's
done.
over. Yeah, so
You're done.
like That's
Except
why
in Viasma. Viasma, you can work around that.
Viasma didn't change the weather. I don't care. It's actually really favorable to you if you have 3 rain turns. That's something we could talk about if we ever.
That will be whenever we get around to it.
Yeah. All right.
I hope I've helped you, but I've really enjoyed this again, Richard. We'll see you on the next one, okay?
Yep. Bye.
Bye. And as always,